If you're diving into modular synths and thinking about grabbing the Behringer ABACUS, stick around because this honest review will save you regret later. You've probably heard the buzz about this analog music computer for Eurorack promising envelope LFO functionality, LED activity indicators, and a variety of triggered or continuous functions to create cool musical events like ramping tempo. But here's what surprised me. Despite the 4.4-star rating on Amazon, many users hit unexpected snags that'll make you pause. And the kicker: some issues might actually change how you think about the whole Behringer ABACUS hype. So what exactly makes the Behringer ABACUS stand out? And why am I telling you to think twice before buying? This video isn't just about pointing at flaws for the sake of it. I'll dive deep into what works, what doesn't, and who this module is truly for. Whether you're a seasoned Eurorack pro or starting your modular journey, this review will help you avoid costly mistakes and get the best bang for your buck. Now, let's get to those hidden truths that could reshape your entire synthesis setup. Right off the bat, Behringer has become a giant in the affordable synth market, and the ABACUS promises some serious envelope LFO and function generator versatility at a fraction of the price compared to boutique brands. But in the Eurorack world, cheap often means compromises, and this is no exception. The ABACUS is designed to handle linear, logarithmic, and exponential triggered or continuous functions, useful stuff for shaping envelopes or modulating tempo in real time. It also features helpful LED indicators to visually track its state, which anyone who's ever struggled with patching complexity will appreciate. That sounds like musician's candy, right? So where does it stumble? Many users highlight its value for around a few $100s. You're getting an analog function generator that can add a lot of creativity to your modular rig. However, the devil is in the details. For instance, there's been chatter about the ABACUS having somewhat inconsistent CV output accuracy and envelope precision issues, meaning the module sometimes drifts from the set parameters, making it tricky to dial in tight modulation or consistent trigger timings. Imagine trying to craft a slow tempo ramp for a performance, only to have it unpredictably jump or lag. Not exactly ideal. So the surprise is that it's not quite the rock-solid solution many expected. And here's where the story gets juicier. Despite being an analog module, the ABACUS leans heavily into digital controls for its envelope states, raising questions about longevity and firmware quirks. Some users report the interface feeling a bit clunky or unintuitive if you're used to simpler envelope generators, or if you want quick on-the-fly adjustments during a live session. It's like Behringer stuffed a Swiss Army knife into your rack, but some of the tools aren't as sharp as you'd hope. Therefore, you could spend valuable time wrestling with it instead of making music. Still with me? Great, because now I want to pose a question. Is the Behringer ABACUS right for everyone, or just a specific niche? If you're head over heels for experimentation, love fiddling with envelopes and LFO shapes, and want a playable analog core at a budget price, then it might be a good fit. But if you crave precision, flawless calibration, and a module that just works every time you patch it, you might want to reconsider or look for alternatives. The ABACUS is a bit like trying to teach your cat to fetch possible, but you'll need patience, and you might get scratched. Here's a quick joke to lighten things up. Why did the synth player bring a ladder to the studio? Because the ABACUS said it was great for ramping up, and he took it literally. Okay, so maybe cheesy, but the point sticks. Ramping tempo is a neat feature, but it can be a rabbit hole. Let's talk build quality. Behringer modules are famous for their affordability, but they're often criticized for slightly lower build standards compared to boutique brands. The ABACUS is no exception. While the front panel feels sturdy and the knobs are decent, some users have spotted quirks like loose components or weird noise artifacts creeping in if you press knobs too hard or cable into certain jacks. This can be frustrating if you're packing your rack for gigs or want a reliable studio staple. Therefore, while it's priced competitively, You pay in terms of durability and possibly repairs down the road. Next, I want to give you an insight. The LED activity indicators on this module are actually a highlight. These visual cues help beginners understand when the envelope is rising or falling, and which modulation functions are active. For new synth users or those working in dimly lit environments, this feedback is priceless. It can help avoid the "what just triggered that" confusion that plagues live improvisers. So that's one of the Abacus's standout features that really earns it some love. Now, I know you're wondering about the deep functionality. Can the Abacus handle complex tasks like tempo ramping convincingly and reliably? The answer is yes, but with caveats. Tempo ramping is one of the signature functions promoted perfect if you want to create slow build-ups or sudden drops in your rhythm. However, some users have noted that the ramp speed control isn't as smooth or predictable as higher-end models. And because it's analog, subtle temperature shifts can affect timing. Imagine trying to perform this live, and the clock suddenly decides to run late. Yikes! Here's another mini promise. Stay tuned because I'll reveal a sneaky workaround to tame some of these quirks later on. But before that, a quick joke. Why did the modular synth module break up with the patch cable? Too many connections but no commitment. I'll be here all day. Story time. I tested the Abacus in my studio for a week. Initially, I was enamored with all the envelope shapes and LED feedback. The first day felt like Christmas morning, patching envelope into oscillator pitch, seeing lights dance in sync with my tweaks. But around day 3, I hit a snag. The envelope's timing became a bit inconsistent, making sequence patches sound off. A minor recalibration helped, but it reminded me this isn't plug-and-play perfection. On day 5, after live jamming, a knob got slightly loose, a reminder of those build concerns. But overall, the module added a creative edge to my setup. Who exactly should consider this module? If you're a budget-conscious synth head craving advanced envelope and function generator capabilities, ready to accept some quirks for a killer price, go for it. If you're a live performer demanding absolute stability or a studio engineer hunting for bulletproof accuracy, probably skip or at least prepare to patch carefully around its quirks. Also, for Eurorack beginners eager to learn modulation basics with visual cues, the Abacus offers an educational experience. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the resolution. After weighing all the pros and cons, should you buy the Behringer ABACUS? The honest answer is yes, but with asterisks. This is a module that delivers serious envelope and LFO versatility in a single compact unit, packed with features rarely seen at this price point. It's a playground for creative sound design, with unique ramping and triggered functions that can elevate your patches. But it demands patience, careful calibration, and acceptance of minor build and output imperfections. If you want a Swiss Army synth tool, it's in your budget range, but not the surgeon's scalpel. And here's the sneaky workaround I promised. Pairing the Abacus with a precision clock source or stable external CV can help tame its timing quirks. Also, investing in decent patch cables and gently maintaining the knobs will extend its lifespan. Think of it like adopting a quirky pet. Some love and attention goes a long way. Before I wrap up, one last joke for the road. How do you fix a synth module's bad timing? You put it on SynthMent therapy. Okay, I'm done. But seriously, embrace the quirks and this module can be your secret weapon. To sum up, the Behringer ABACUS is far from perfect, but brings outstanding value for musicians willing to invest time mastering its quirks. It's ideal for electronic music makers wanting analog envelope variety without emptying their wallets. The 4.4-star rating on Amazon reflects this balance. Lots of praise, sprinkled with honest user caution. If you want to grab the best price and start exploring the Abacus's interesting features for yourself, check out the link in the description below. Don't forget, building your dream Eurorack setup is a journey, and the right tools make all the difference. Thanks for watching and happy patching.